Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No. Y'all,
This
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Tuesday, everybody.
Hey.
Erica, I'm glad you could make it on your little tie-tie.
I am very tie-tie. I had such a crazy night last night. I got no sleep, but it was so crazy that everything went wrong at the same time. I called Al, begging him to make it funny.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to cry if you don't make me laugh.
Was it totally random? Were you like, what's happening?
Totally random. I'm just watching the, the home run derby, and Erica calls me, and I'm like, I don't know if I need to get in my car, but it was funny, and like Erica, like, I don't know if you meant to make it fun for me, but it was great.
Like he was laughing,
it was
so
a
I
real life
started
moment.
laughing. Like basically, like I got a nosebleed at dinner. I was like running home, trying to like get back home before it, got worse. My shoe broke on my way home, so then I was like hobbling home, trying to get home in time. I go into the bathroom to take care of everything. I come out, and my dog has had an issue all over, and it just progressively got worse and worse and worse until I was up at 4 a.m. Like I was up until 4 o'clock in the morning. I took NyQuil at like 9:30. I fought the NyQuil because that's how crazy the night was.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you, Al, for answering my call.
Hey.
Made me feel a lot better.
Hey, I would have come over and helped. I'm telling you, call me next time. I'll roll through.
Thank you.
I hope you feel better getting it off your chest. Sometimes that helps
Yes,
too.
it did feel better. Thank you.
All right, well, let's get to it. Speaking of getting things off your chest, Jonah Hill is under fire over text messages he allegedly sent his ex-girlfriend. So Jonah and Sarah Brady, who's a surfer, went public with their relationship, if you remember, back in 2021, but broke up just a year later. Sarah just shared some of those text messages that Jonah allegedly sent her while they were dating, claiming that he is, quote, a narcissistic misogynist. In one message, Jonah allegedly told Sarah that if she needs to model or post pictures of herself in a bathing suit, surf with men, and have boundaryless relationships with men, he is not the partner for her. Sarah says she didn't release the messages until after Jonah's current girlfriend gave birth, which she just did. Now she's releasing all these. Jonah has not commented on any of these messages. Where do we stand with this? Was this the right thing to do from Jonah's ex? Would you keep the messages to yourself?
Well, I don't delete messages because I just feel like that's suspect in itself.
What about storage? I gotta delete messages.
I have like
What about
6
a code? How about
terabytes.
forget storage? How about having a code?
There we go, Al.
In the way that we walk through this life. And in releasing text messages from a private conversation, I would never do that. Any conversation that you've ever sent me, Erica or Jeff, to the grave, bro. And this, I'm sorry, this is why I just do not connect with a lot of people, because there's no code anymore.
I'm with you.
Everybody is just like, hey, we had that conversation, now we're just going to put that out for the public, but only in the pieces that make me look good.
That's right.
I guarantee, have you ever seen anybody release text messages that made them look bad? I sure haven't. Maybe I'm not checking social media enough. I just think this is all manipulative, and everybody wants to ride the ride until they're done, and then they want to frame it like there's some crusader for women or for people of color, whatever demographic you're claiming to represent. But if this relationship was over, I would think that you would say, hey, we had a good time. We had a good run. It ended poorly, as most relationships do. And, let's just remember the good times and good luck with your new baby. But instead you call him a misogynist and send him, what's the point of that?
So I do not disagree with anything that you said. I think that
I'm
it is
old,
important.
though.
No, I agree.
I do not
as well.
disagree with anything that you said.
You could have disagreed that I'm old.
I do not. No, I'm just kidding. We're the same age. Jeez. No, I don't disagree, but this is the nuance in the conversation, because I do agree. When you said the ride, that's always kind of what I'm thinking about too, because if you look at the text messages, there's a lot of psychological manipulation going on there. I talked about this yesterday. We posted on social media, and now everybody's coming for me and my psychological manipulation. Let me tell you, hit dogs will holler, and I know that people coming for me are the main ones doing it, because what you're using is all this therapy code and language in order to manipulate the person that you're with in a more upscale, enlightened way.
Yes. Erica, explain to the people what therapy.
So basically, he's talking about his boundaries. Those aren't boundaries. Those are preferences. You would prefer that she not continue because, let's not get it twisted, she was posting those pictures on social media before y'all got together, and it was cool. That's probably a part of the reason why you liked her. She was a surf instructor before y'all got together. That's how she made her living. That might have been something that connected y'all. And now that you're together, you don't want what gravitated you to her to gravitate anybody else to her, because what you're saying is you believe that if she were to find someone better based on the things that attracted you to her, that she would leave you because you would do that to her. So don't use all this therapy language, okay?
I was talking to the booth. Sorry. I wanted you to leave it on that next piece. I'm so sorry, Erica. I'm so sorry.
But don't use all this therapy language in order to mask the fact that you are insecure in this relationship. Now, when you talked about the ride, I agree in terms of that. Here's my issue, and the reason why so many people, men and women, end up being questioned, which I do not believe that someone should be questioned about their trauma. We can try to understand their trauma better, but to question it makes it seem like what they're saying isn't valid. But here's the issue. When you are benefiting from something in real time, and you stay silent, and there's a lot of reasons for you to stay silent. I am not trying to victim shame or blame here, but it's a hard turn when you said, to your point about utilizing different segments of the relationship to say, this is where this person had me. I'm saying I believe psychological manipulation exists. I think those are examples of psychological manipulation. Am I saying that he's a psychological manipulator? I don't know that man, but I can look at that and feel very confident about it.
See, Erica, I think psychological manipulation is almost a step too far. I feel like you said it. It's his preference. If you and I are in a relationship, my agency is, Erica, you know what? I don't really like the bikini pictures. And your agency is, Al, I'm going to post those relationship pictures. And now we both have equal agency. You can say, hey, Al, if I can't post those are a deal breaker. I can say, Erica, if you continue to post those are a deal breaker. And if we break up or stay together because we came together with some kind of conclusion, either way, these are adults having conversations. But when you start throwing in words like toxic and manipulative and misogynist and brainwashing, it makes it difficult to have the conversation of, I don't want you to post that.
No, and I get it.
I want to post that.
Al,
and
you
then
know
we
what?
deal with that.
If you and I were together and you said that to me, that's exactly what I would say to you. This is exactly the way that you met me, and this is who I'm going to continue to be. But also, you are Al, who have hundreds of millions of followers and a bank account that's excellent, and you're famous and you're this and you're that. So now I'm being asked, do I have agency over myself to say, I'll let that go because it's not worth it?
Right.
Some of us can do that. Other people can't. And that's where the power dynamics come in. And I think it's important to talk about that in the YouTube break.
Absolutely. I was just saying, there's a part 2 to this, which I was trying to get to. I wasn't being rude to Terry. Everyone's like, Jeff wasn't listening. Like, there's things going on that people at home don't know.
The camera went to you, Jeff, and you were just waving. Like,
I was like, because they were talking in my ear, and I was like, don't run that next story. And I was like this while Erica's talking. I'm like, oh, boy, yeah. Coming up on DBL, our interview with Tiffany Haddish. She's telling us all about season 2 of the After Party. Plus, she gives us the scoop from some real-life after parties. And a faith-based film becomes a box office hit. Could this make room for some more Christian movies in mainstream, like the movies I was in?
DBL, this show is amazing.
There's a lot going on down here.
I would have been part of the Mile High Club.
Yeah.
So on point.
But I'm going to have a conversation about what's happening now.
That's perfect. All right, so there is a part 2 to the story, and the camera, they're like, sorry, man, wrong cut, because I was trying to say, but the part 2 is exactly goes on. That's why I wanted to keep it here, because some therapists say terms like toxic and self-care can help you stick up for yourself, right?
Right.
But they can also be used to justify someone who's self-centered.
Right.
And just saying what they want to say and using those big words to protect themselves.
Right.
It's also a big thing of mud to throw on somebody. You call somebody toxic? Like, toxic kills people. If
Well, we're
I don't
all
like
a little toxic.
Yeah, but I mean, look, toxic fumes are also like, they help make glue. Everything that's good has some plastics, got a lot of toxins in it. That, like, we would be nowhere without. Like, look at the cavemen; they didn't have any toxins. Their life stunk. So I'll just say this: I'm down with a little toxicity. And a little toxicity, first of all, is also very interesting. If you look at all the characters that we've ever had in reality TV, Erica, you need somebody to stir the pot. You need somebody to be the catalyst to have reactions take place and help you learn about yourself, good or bad.
I don't know if you necessarily need someone to stir the pot in an interpersonal, intimate relationship. If that's the nature of your love language, then I'm not going to judge you for it. But not all of us are wired like
I'm not
that.
either.
I don't need an antagonist in my life in order to like evolve, from my husband. But I will say this: everybody has what they want and what they need. And I think that when you are having these power dynamics where there's someone who we did not know her before she started dating Jonah Hill, she did not have those types of resources or publicity. So she had to make a decision if what he was giving her was something she was willing to accept in order to continue to have those perks. And when those things didn't weigh each other anymore, now we get text messages.
But her leverage is we didn't know her. So she can say she's whoever.
Welcome back. A little-known faith-based film is winning at the box office. The Sound of Freedom has brought in $40 million since opening on the 4th of July. It's a thriller about investigators trying to catch child traffickers in the United States. And it stars the same actor who played Jesus in Mel Gibson's Passion of the Christ. That movie took in more than $600 million globally. I don't know why this movie is not getting more attention. I think maybe because it's Mel Gibson is attached to it. But why in this country don't we talk more, and maybe you guys can answer this question, about child trafficking? Because I think it's one of the most disgusting and despicable things anyone could ever do. But yet we don't focus on that. And there's children being abducted daily in our country, but mainstream media doesn't seem to pick up on that.
Because there's too much money in it, and we don't care about the poor or marginalized communities. That's not what leads. And that's what it is. If there was value placed on poor and marginalized people more, then we would be having these conversations more. You very seldom hear about a person of means that is being trafficked. If we heard about a person of means who looked like, a Disney princess was missing, the news would not stop showing this person's face. We would not stop looking for this person. We're still asking where Natalie Holloway is, and rightfully so. But they're looking for the people that no one is looking for.
Right. Well, that's always been the MO with anybody, whether you look at like R. Kelly's situation or what was going on at Penn State with the defensive coordinator. I won't even say his name. That program was going on for years. Yeah. These are poor children, and poor children probably don't have two people at home that are able to look after them. You and your wife, there's not a moment where you guys don't know where your kids are. Do you know how many people can't say that? How many people are like, I haven't seen my parents in weeks? Those are the children that are most at risk for being taken. And so whether it's what was going on with R. Kelly or Jeffrey Epstein or at Penn State or at Michigan State or wherever it is, it's people that are away from their children and they are vulnerable. And the people that are looking for children know where to find those kids.
And sometimes they're being called from within the community to find those kids. So let's not let that ride either.
There's a reason why they don't go after kids like you and Jordan's, because they can't get to them. You guys have surrounded them.
Yeah. Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you so much for letting us do this story. We'll be right back.
Picture sleep like a piggy bank. If you know you're not going to get a lot of it on Saturday, is it possible sleeping a little more the night before acts as a deposit of sorts into your sleep account to be used at a later date? Can you actually bank sleep and store it for later use? Let's verify. Our sources are family physician Dr. Carla Robinson and sleep specialist Douglas Kirsch. Dr. Kirsch says the concept of sleep banking was originally used by elite athletes and the military.
But for typical people, day to day, it's not a great concept, in part because most people probably can't predict very well how much sleep they're going to get at any given time.
But Dr. Robinson says if you do plan ahead, sleep banking can be effective.
If you know that you're going to lose sleep one night, then maybe you add an extra 30, 45 minutes or an hour of sleep the days leading up to that, so that your body is more apt to tolerate that deficit.
Make no mistake, both doctors agree. For the average person, sleep banking isn't the most effective way to make sure you're adequately rested.
It's better than going in with insufficient sleep and then being even more sleep deprived. But what I would say is it's not a great practice for the average person.
So what should you do if you're up all night and don't get enough sleep? Dr. Kirsch says the best thing you can do is to get back on your regular sleep schedule as quickly as possible.
By regular schedule, I mean making sure that you're getting sufficient sleep, not just that day, but the next several days as well.
So yes, we can verify that it is possible to bank sleep, but experts say keeping a regular sleep schedule is actually the best way to stay fully rested. With your Verify, I'm Carolyn Bruck.
We got a dead body and a whole lot of people to talk to. What's your name? You fine as hell.
Travis.
We'd like to hear your accounts of what happened. I like to call them your mind movies.
Welcome back. That was a clip from season 2 of the murder mystery series, The After Party. Earlier, we spoke to the detective, Tiffany Haddish. Check it out.
Tiffany Haddish, welcome to DBL. We are all fans of you here. Yes. And the cool thing about season 2 of The After Party is you have some new cast members that have joined, like Ken Jeong, Elizabeth Perkins, Zach Woods, all really funny, talented people. Who made you laugh the most in between those takes?
I would say that Paul made me laugh the most. He had me dying. But then, but then Jack Whitehall made me laugh a lot too. Elizabeth is actually hilarious. Everybody made me laugh. Now I'm gonna tell you, Zach didn't make me laugh at all because all the scenes that we did together, he was dead.
Got it.
So, well, okay, that leads to our next question, because this season, a wedding is ruined when the groom is murdered. So have you ever attended a wedding in real life that was derailed by something unexpected? Maybe some family drama, the bride running away. Give us the tea.
Okay, I don't like the gossip, but you know where I'm from, right? I'm from South Central Los Angeles. So I have been to a wedding that was what we like to call the head member of a unlicensed organization.
Okay.
I'm already picking it up.
Yeah. And the turn up was a wonderful party. It was a wonderful party, and I could feel in the air something. There may be some nemesis around.
Oh.
So I'm a lead. I left. And then, some stuff went down. Some stuff did go down.
Yep, you trusted your gut. Good job.
Got to listen to intuition. If I have learned nothing else in life, especially since 2014, is listen to my gut instinct, because it's always right. Your first thought is the right thought.
That's right. And you know what else is a good thought? Don't name names. We're not talking about that anymore. No names.
But if I've learned anything in this business, don't you tell nobody name.
Well, then you
Let
might
people figure that out. Create the mystery, baby.
Tiffany, you might not like this next question, because we're going to talk about after parties. We've seen videos of you at a few, right? But I'm going to do a little Sophie's Choice here. Who had the best after party, Dave Chappelle or Jay-Z and Beyonce?
Well, that's a tough one.
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Oh, all right. Just throw it out there.
Pause.
How come?
Definitely Jay-Z and Beyonce. There was way better food.
Ooh.
So it's all about the food for you, not so much the atmosphere?
No, because the music is the same. The music was popping. The dance energy was the same. But the food was way better. And also there was more activities Yeah, way better.
Yeah, Erica's the same way. When Erica hosts parties, our co-host Erica Cobb, same thing. Like so much good food. And then
You're welcome anytime.
Yeah. Oh, Tiffany, you just got an invite.
Hey, send me the invitation, slide it. I will come through, especially if there's some gumbo there. I will be like,
There actually
we
is.
can get on the gumbo because that roux is always going to be the perfect brick red, honey. Yes.
Okay. All right, I love this. Okay, so Tiffany, what's the most awkward interaction you have had with a celebrity at an after party? We're still asking you to name names.
I won't say with who, but I will say that there was a conversation that was happening, and I wasn't really present for the conversation because I was tired, and I had smelled something, and I had accused them of that smell, and I told them they was nasty, and I walked away.
Well, speaking of celebrities, your grandma gave you an autograph book to collect signatures in, which is the cutest thing. What is the coolest person, or who is the coolest person that has signed your book?
Oh my goodness, so many cool people have signed it. Steven Spielberg signed it.
Wow.
Michael Douglas signed it. Michael B. Jordan signed it. Trevor Noah signed it. Antoine Fuqua signed it, and he put his phone number in it.
Tiffany, it was so great speaking with you today. I love how relatable and just easy to talk to you are. To our viewers, you can watch season 2 of The After Party on Apple TV Plus starting Wednesday, July 12th with the first 2 episodes. Thanks again, Tiffany. Congratulations on all your success.
Thank you, and I look forward to coming for that gumbo.
I'm sending the invite now, and then you can also come and sit here on the stage with us because we'd love to have you host.
Now, but it better be some food.
And a lot of it.
Fully catered.
We're not going to run out.
Yes, Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. We'll be right back. Bye.
Bye.
One in 3 homes has a natural gas stove in the kitchen. Verified viewer Teresa emailed us to ask whether using gas stoves can be harmful to her health, as some headlines equate cooking with gas to secondhand smoke. So Teresa, let's verify. Do gas stoves produce hazardous emissions? Our sources are Iowa State University, the American Chemical Society, the Consumer Product Safety Commission, the Environmental Protection Agency, a study by Stanford researchers published in the journal Environmental Science and Technology, and the Lawrence Berkeley National Laboratory. Gas stoves create a flame by burning natural gas. All of our sources say the process emits several dangerous byproducts like carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, and benzene. These can irritate your lungs and potentially lead to asthma or respiratory infections. The CPSC says a healthy person will start to experience symptoms from carbon monoxide from prolonged exposure of 70 parts per million. Research from Iowa State University found some stoves can produce up to 800 parts per million in a home without extra ventilation. A separate study by researchers at Stanford found 1 in 3 gas ranges produced a level of benzene equal to secondhand smoke with just a single burner on high. So, yes, gas stoves do produce hazardous emissions, but it's important to note that having a well-ventilated kitchen can help minimize the effects on your health. One study from the Lawrence Berkeley National Lab that using a range hood that vents outside while cooking can lower emissions in your home by up to 95%. If you don't have a range hood, the California Air Resources Board recommends opening your windows or exterior door to help bring in fresh air. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter helps you distinguish between true and false information by answering your questions. It provides fast facts on trending topics, spotlights major stories, and even includes a daily fun fact for all those trivia buffs out there. Get Verify's fast facts delivered every weekday to your email inbox. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
We have an emergency. You cannot find or buy sriracha anymore.
Claims that sriracha hot chili sauce have been discontinued are spreading on social media. But is that true? Let's verify using these sources. Last year, Hoi Fung Foods Inc., the company that makes sriracha, confirmed they temporarily stopped production of the hot sauce because of a shortage of chili peppers. Hoi Fong Foods sources its chili peppers from Mexico, where severe drought conditions led to crop failure in many towns. The company recently told Verify that the shortage is still impacting the supply chain, but there is some good news. Hoi Fong Foods says it recently resumed limited production, so we can verify no. Sriracha hot chili sauce hasn't been discontinued, but it might still be difficult to find it in stores due to a prolonged shortage of chili peppers. So, when will full production ramp back up? Hoi Fong Foods says, at this time, we have no estimations of when supply will increase. With your Fast Fact, I'm Ariante Till.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Side Deal. Check them out. All right, so what do you have for us today, Tori?
Ooh, hi, Jeff. Hey, DBL Nation. We are super excited to show you all these deals, and believe me, you're going to get your shopping on. Yeah, shopping on. All right, first up, we're starting with Ginsu Kiso, right? 14-piece knife set with a wood block. This deal includes an 8-inch chef knife, an 8-inch slicing and carving knife, a 7-inch santoku knife, a 5-inch boning knife, a 4.5-inch utility knife, 6 steak knives, a 3.5-inch paring knife, kitchen shears, and a wood storage block. Now, normally, Jeff, these are going to be $80, but we've got it for $39.99. That's a savings of up to 50%. Next up, this is for the guys out there. We got your back. We have the 24-pack Steve Madden men's flat knit low cut socks. You all need this for summer. So this deal includes 24 pairs of socks. Normally, the 24-pack is $70, but we've got 24-pack for $24. So that's saving you up to 66%. Up next, I can't hear because it's the Calic TWS noise cancellation earbuds with a charging case. So this deal includes 1 pair of earbuds, 1 charging case, and various size ear tips because we all have different ears. Normally, $40. Bad. We've got it for $10. That's a savings of 75%. What? Our last product is so great for the pet parents out there. I know there are a lot of you. It's the 600-pack Ken and Kit pet wipes. This deal includes 6 packs of wipes, so that means that's 600 wipes. So in this deal, you will get 6 packs for the price of 1. Are you ready for this? Normally, all of those packs, $90. We've got it for $14.99, saving you 83%.
Head on over to sidedeal.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices possible. You can even visit sidedeal.com on your smartphone. Tori, it's been a pleasure.
Always.
Thank you so much. I thought that was a great conversation that we had.
Yes.
So thank you for having that conversation.
It needs to be had, and it's a difficult one, but
yeah,
you have it with friends.
Yeah, I'll check out that movie. But yeah, thank you for having that conversation. We'll see you guys tomorrow, same time, same place.